Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 14 Days of Christmas. And this is a series that MK and I are doing. We invited a whole bunch of our friends to play along with us. We are posting every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday in the month of December. So you will get 14 days of Christmas or winter video. The playlist for everyone down below is down below in my description box, so you can go and check out their channels as well. I decided I'm going to do a double page layout today, and so I took this single page and I ripped it in half, as you saw there. And I totally forgot to say when I did my kit share that I actually have the washi tape that goes with this collection. So I am using one of the rolls of washi here. I'm using this newsprint one that has Christmas trees on it. I really like it. I think it's stunning. It's really neat because it's very versatile, being that it is just black and white. You could use it for any Christmas layout that you wanted. It is not so versatile that you could use it for camping or anything like that with the trees, because it does have words that relate to Christmas, like Christmas trees and holidays on it. So the pack of washi also includes a roll that has a smaller version of the leaf pattern or the flower pattern that's at the top of this paper, and it's the same width as this black and white one, and then it's got a thin red and white diagonal stripe. And the red and white stripe one is there on my desk. I thought I might use it for this layout, but I don't end up going with it. You will see me pull a piece of it out here in a bit, though. I have a stamp. It's just a small stamp from Prima that is a text stamp, and I'm just inking up the white bits of this background paper because it was a little bit too stark. And so I know I want to do something with it to kind of make it look like it's supposed to be part of the layout and not just like I stuck a couple of strips of paper on white, a white background. So I went to my swatch book and tried to find a couple of colors that I thought would match well with my layout. I end up using some Shimmerz products. I ended up going with Blue Lagoon Inklingz and the Holly and the Ivy Inklingz. The Holly and the Ivy is the greener of the two, and then of course the Blue Lagoon one is the kind of the turquoisey, almost teal color one. And I'm using both of those colors. I'm doing a little bit more of the green on the left hand page because the paper that I'm using on that side has more green in it, and so I wanted to go ahead and make sure that they kind of blend well. And then I am just doing some splatter of both colors across the page just to kind of make everything look like it's supposed to be that way. And I really actually love the way that it comes out. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to like it when I first started doing the right hand page, and I used a couple of different techniques. Like the first one, I just started like putting it on with the paintbrush. The second one, I kind of let it run just a little bit more. I also did a little bit of packaging with using my acrylic block on the right hand side, but I didn't feel like it was giving me any benefit, so I kind of just said ditched that idea partway through and decided just to go with the paintbrush. And here's where I end up using that red and white, but I took it off because it wasn't quite distressed enough. It was a little bit on the bright side. Pardon me, for this particular layout. Still struggling with my voice and the cold, so my apologies for that. So I end up pulling out a silver washi tape. It's a little wider than that red and white stripe one. It is also opaque, so you don't see any of the other stuff through it, and I really like the way that it looks. The only problem with it is it doesn't stick. And so I'm going to add some liquid glue behind it to make sure that it stays, because as you can see there, it just peels right up. I don't even actually have to peel it off. If I just turn the page over, it just kind of falls off. And I don't know if that's because I've had it for a long time or if it's just the brand. I don't even know what brand it is, honestly. It was really inexpensive when I got it, and so it could be that. But you know, a little liquid glue and it'll hold it down. So I'm not too worried about it. And I really like the way that it looks because it doesn't really add a lot of color or anything, but it does add a lot of shine to this layout, and that makes me kind of happy. I also decided that I really liked the black and white text of that washi tape, and so to back my photos, I'm going to use this black and white printed tissue paper, and this came on a roll. I've had it in my stash for probably 8 or 9 years, and it is from Hazel and Ruby. I really like the addition of the black and white around the photos, just to bring in more of that black and white pattern that is on the edges of the paper that the washi provided. My photos basically are from 2008. They are Christmas morning at my mom's house, and the picture, the top left picture that I'm adhering there is my son playing on a new game system that he got. I don't know if it's a Game Boy or what at the time. I cannot even remember. And then there's pictures of my niece and my son sitting on the couch, and my niece got this monkey thing. I don't know what it is. I cannot remember. I'm going to have to ask her when I actually do the documenting of this layout. And then I'm in the top 2 photos on the left-hand page. My daughter's in the bottom one on the left-hand page, and my mom is on the right-hand one. Now, I do have more photos of family members that I will be doing on a different layout. It's just a different portion of the day. So this is as we're opening some gifts. My other photos will be when they're opening their stockings, and then throughout the day, just, you know, hanging out together. So I have this piece of chipboard. This is from Creative Expressions, I believe. I'm rethinking that. Anyway. And I've had it in my stash for a very long time. Okay, it's from Creative Embellishments. My apologies. I just started drawing a blank on that one. It's Creative Embellishments. I've had it in my stash ages. I don't even have a date on it from when I've had it, but I've had it for years, literally years. And so I ended up putting some heavy white gesso on it. And then sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. I am adding a little bit more of the Shimmerz products over the top of it to create the Christmas lights. So I am using some Blue Lagoon again. And then I am also using some Emerald City and some Pining for You. Pining for You Creameez is the green that I'm putting on right now. The Blue Lagoon is the blue one. And the Emerald City one is going to be a darker green, which is going to be the string that the lights are on. And then I don't have a really good red in Shimmerz, so I just pulled out my Dilutions in Postbox Red, and I'm going to add that for the red ones. And I really like the way that this looks. Now, I did actually do some on the opposite side, which I had covered with some white gesso, and then I had used some embossing powder and some embossing glaze on it, but I didn't like the way it came out. It didn't come out clean enough for me, and so I thought about heating it up and just kind of wiping some of that off, which could work. It doesn't take all of it off, but I thought, well, I'm going to just flip it over and see how this works before I attempt to heat up the embossing powder again and wipe it off. So this actually worked out really well, and I'm really happy with the way that it came out. You may see the other side when I'm gluing it down and such, but otherwise you'll never know it had anything on it because it's going to be glued down. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. And I'm going to build that into my embellishment areas. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it at first, if I was going to try and keep it whole or what, but I do cut it into 4 pieces, which I know kind of like messes up the little wave of it and the movement of it, but it looks good tucked into my embellishment clusters, so I'm pretty happy with the way that it turns out. Now, these flowers that I am fussy cutting are from the front page of the 12 by 12 paper pack. Has these printed on the back side of it. So I am fussy cutting out some poinsettias to place in my embellishment clusters. Now, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me cut all of them, but I just wanted you to know that I did cut some. There are also some in the laser cut elements, but I totally forgot that I had those. They were kind of underneath something else, and so I didn't see them right away, so I thought I would cut the other ones out, and that's okay, because you know what, I'll use them at some point anyway. There are not a whole lot of them in the laser cut embellish or elements package, and so cutting them out was going to be necessary at some point. So here's where I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want this to look, and I'm going to quickly decide that I am going to reverse the embellishment clusters on the left hand side, because they're too matchy with the ones on the right hand side. So I want them to be opposite of each other. So I'm going to move these ones a little bit higher up and then tuck these lights in on this page, and I like that they're the reverse of the right hand page. This label is also cut from the front sheet of the 12 by 12 pack on the back side. I like that 49 and Market doesn't really waste a lot of space. Pretty much all of the packaging is usable, or the advertising portion of the paper they print on the back of it, which is really nice because you get a little bit more bang for your buck. I have sorted my embellishments into this tray that I have. It's actually a Christmas plate that has 3 sections. So the one on the left has all my greens in it, the one on the right has my reds in it, and the middle actually has the blues and the black. I don't know why that one was sitting on the right hand side, but it makes it a little easier, because then if I'm looking for a specific color, I just go to that little section. It also makes it a little easier because if I need to work on a different project, I can just pick up the whole tray and move it off of my desk, because I am not doing Christmas every day this month. I'm only doing it for the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday videos. My other days I will be using up some stuff from Kit Conspiracy, and I may end up adding a few other layouts in as well, just to get me through the month. I actually have a couple of things that I need to complete before Christmas, so I may throw those in there as well. Now you may have seen that I had another one of the little Shimmerz pots open on my desk in a peachy color, and I was kind of looking for something that was the lighter color of those poinsettia leaves, and the one I had open was grapefruit, but it was not dark enough, so I did not end up using that one. I am tucking in all of these little frames and such. I really like the way that they are looking, and I'm making good use of them by not using the entire piece because it's going to be hidden. So I cut them in half and use half on one page and half on the other page. I am also using this acrylic that I got from Color Cast Designs. The acrylic that she came out with this year for Christmas really matched this collection well. The greens in it are kind of lean towards the teal, and it has like a some pieces with a golden swirl in it and some white in it, and so I bought a whole bunch of that because it matched this collection so well, and so I'm hoping to use more of it. I did use a piece yesterday as well in the green, or Thursday in the green, and I really like the way that it married up with these papers. So I'll put a link for her products down below as well. You can no longer get the Christmas ones, but I definitely recommend her products because she's got some awesome stuff out there. I'm enjoying these poinsettias down here in the right hand corner. I've got 3 going on. I'm kind of got them in clusters of 2 or 3 depending on the size. Most of them are in 3s, but a couple of them I think I just have, or one of them it just has the 2 down by the title because the title is already so large. I didn't want to overcrowd the corner down there. I do have a little bit of space for some journaling here. I don't have a ton that I need to say simply because I don't remember everything that happened in 2008 on Christmas specifically, but I will just talk about the general day and the things that I do remember. And if I need any additional space, I can always write it in the area just below the photographs on the actual strip of the 49 and market paper. And I think it'll work out really well. This green spot that I'm adhering down currently, I put a little bit of foam under it to give it a little bit of lift because it's up on that chipboard. And that's where I'm going to stamp the date. And these 2 heart acrylic pieces are also from Color Cast Designs from the same collection, and I like it because it's that gradient red to white with a bit of gold in it, and it looks really nice. I'm pretty much done with the layout. I'm just going to add a little bit of there's some really tiny like enamel or epoxy dots on here. I'm going to add those to each one of the embellishment areas, and that will be all that I do. So I do want to remind you to go and check out everyone else playing along, and then come back on Tuesday. I will have another Christmas or holiday related layout using this same collection. But between now and then, I am going to be sharing a couple of layouts that I did during Kit Conspiracy that I never made it up onto my channel because I had videos every single day pretty much. And then, so that'll be on Sunday and Monday, and then back to Tuesday, I'll be working with my holiday stuff. And then we are using our Kit Conspiracy collections as a whole, all 4 mixed together throughout the remainder of December on the opposite days that we're using Christmas. So you'll see a good mix there. I'm just trying to figure out exactly which colors I want placed where. I ended up not using the 2 tiniest ones that are black because I don't really have a lot of black going on this layout other than that one diagonal frame and then the little piece that looks like a ring bound paper. And so I skipped those 2. Otherwise I used all the tiny ones. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it inspires you to get your Christmas or holiday related or winter related papers and photos out and get those scrapbooked. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out everyone else playing along. I will be back again tomorrow with another video, as I mentioned, and I hope that you are having a wonderful December so far, whether you are in warm weather or cold weather. Have a great day. Bye-bye.